Welcome to Core Java in-depth tutorial. So now we are going to see a simple Java program and its execution. So what is a class? So class is a template to create an object. Otherwise we can call it as collection of similar objects. In case of C++, without using class we can write a main method. So that means we can write a program. But in case of Java, we can't even write a single program without using class. So that is the reason Java is known as a pure object-oriented programming language. Okay. So here we are going to define a class whose name is test. So you can give any valid user-defined name. It need not be test. It may be any valid user-defined name. So here class name and the file name should be same. So I am giving test is the class name here. So the file name is also test. Okay. So here class is a keyword, then followed by class name. So class name is any valid user-defined name and list of braces. So in case of C++, all the class must be terminated by a semicolon, but here no need to terminate the class definition with the help of the semicolon, right? So within this test, now we are going to define a main method. So for this main method, we are giving lot of classifiers. So that means specifiers here: public, static, void. Moreover, we are passing one argument. Okay. So we are going to see this one by one. So what is this public? What is static? What is void here? Why we are passing one argument? Okay. So here the method name is main. So similar to C and C++, here we are giving the method name as main. Okay. So here what is public? So public is the access specifier or modifier. So in C++ there are three access specifiers, namely private, public and protected. So private only within the class, public anywhere. So that means in the same class or from the derived class. Whereas protected means from the immediate derived class only. Okay. So similar to the C++, Java also supports four access specifiers: private, public, protected. So by default, in case of C++, the access specifier is private, whereas in case of Java, it is friendly or package. Noted down, this friendly or package is not a keyword here. Okay. So what about the static? So static means in general whatever be the variable or method, so this variables and methods can be accessed only with the help of object. Okay. So first we should create an object for this test class. So only through this object we can invoke. But if it is static, so without creating object we can invoke the main method. So which is indicated by this keyword. Okay, so static means no need to create object. So next, what about this void? So in case of programming languages like C and C++, so this main method returns an integer value to this operating system. So which indicates whether the program is executed successfully or not. Okay, so here this main method returns nothing. So which is indicated by this keyword void. So void means nothing. So this main method is not going to return anything. So next see this. So what is the argument for this main method? We are passing array of string objects. So this square bracket indicates what? So this is an array. So what about this string? So string is a class in Java. So how can you identify string is a data type or class? So with the help of this capital S. So by conventional, all the classes must start with this capital letter in their name. Okay, so for this main we are passing array of string objects as argument. So now we are going to print this. So in C we are using printf, in C++ we are using cout. So here we are using system.out.println. Okay, so here what do you mean by system? What is out? What is println? Okay, so system is a class S. With the help of capital S we can identify that system is a class, whereas out is a static member, whereas println is a method. So next, how to execute the Java code? So for this we are using a JDK, Java Development Kit, so which consists of JVM, Java Virtual Machine, so which consists of both compiler and interpreter. So in general, a programming language may be compiled language or interpreted language, but Java is both compiled and interpreted language. So first initially we are compiling the Java code with the help of Java compiler. So this compiler converts the .java file into .class file. So this is bytecode. So initially I am converting Java code into bytecode with the help of Java compiler. So javac filename.java. So which creates a class file here. So after that we are going to interpret the class file with the help of Java interpreter. So this is interpreter. So for this we are passing the class as argument. So Java space class name. Now we can get the output. Yes, so with the help of Java compiler we are converting .java into .class. Again with the help of interpreter we are converting this class into executable code. So now we can get this output welcome. Okay, so we can give two different names for file and class. Okay, so here class name is test, whereas I am giving sample for the file name, as it is also possible. So we are executing the same program what we discussed in the previous example. So here we are changing only one thing. So that is class name is test, whereas file name is sample. So now we are going to execute the code with the help of Java compiler and interpreter. Okay, so initially we are compiling by using this javac compiler. So for this the file name should be the input, sample.java. Though we are giving sample.java, the output will be what? Test.class. Then for execution we should give Java space test. So we can't give sample here. So class name. So though we are giving sample.java, only test.class will be generated by this Java compiler. So now we are going to interpret this with the help of Java interpreter. So now the output will be welcome. So the output will be same. So for this compilation we are giving sample.java, whereas for interpreter we are giving test. So that is the only one difference. So these are all the few questions. Singleton class, abstract class and final class. You just Google it and try to find the answer.